Hey everyone, Adam here. So today I'm going to do a quick review, and then after this quick mini review, I'm actually going to talk about how this thing is going to serve my needs and how I'm excited about my latest purchase. So if you're here just for the review portion, this probably won't be the best in-depth review, but it'll at least get you started, and you can see if this is a product that you may or may not want. Okay, so I recently purchased with my own money. Oh, by the way, this is not sponsored. There's not many views on this channel, so no one cares, right? This is definitely not sponsored. I definitely purchased this with my own money. Anyway, this is a portable monitor. This is the hold on, let me look. What is this thing? What's the official name? This is the Lepow Z1 portable monitor. It's a 15.6 inch display, and it basically runs at 1080p resolution. So it is great for traveling. It's portable. It's fairly light. I think it's under 2 pounds. Yeah, I'm super excited to actually have found something like this. I've been wishing for something like this for years now. Anyway. Let's quickly talk about the bad stuff about this portable monitor. Basically two minor issues I've run into. The brightness setting. So whenever you plug this in to your computer, the brightness setting is not saved. And whenever power is cut, when it goes into sleep mode, again, the brightness setting is not saved. It's kind of annoying. It's not a huge deal breaker. Basically, the monitor always resets to 30%, and then you have to hit this little, if you see there, this little thumb wheel here will basically raise the brightness. So I really, really wish it saved my brightness setting, but whatever. Nothing I can really do about that. So that's one negative about it. And then the other negative, slight negative about it, although it hasn't been too much of a big issue, when I've hooked this up into my desktop, if the main screen goes off for power saving mode, this will follow suit. However, at least on my main desktop computer, it will trigger it'll go green, it'll go red, and then it'll go blue. Like, it's weird, the entire screen. So it's not triggering, I think, sleep mode for whatever reason. Again, not a huge deal. I could just quickly hit the power button to shut it off. And most of the time, when I do have this hooked up, I am doing work anyway, so it's not a huge thing. Okay, so those are the two negatives so far that I've run into with this monitor. The pros, or the things I love about this monitor, is one, it's super, super light. It's great for traveling with, and it's ultra, ultra portable. Fantastic. The other nice thing, too, is that it has speakers. The speakers are not that great. Where are they? There's one here, and then there's one on this side. But I guess it's okay, nice that they included it. This monitor cost me, I think, around 150 bucks. It's regularly like 180. It was on sale when I got it. It has two display connections. So the other nice thing is it has right there is a Type-C connection. So if your laptop supports it, it might even be called Thunderbolt, I'm not sure. But basically it's a Type-C connection. So it gives you a Type-C to Type-C. If your computer supports that you're hooking into, basically it will power the monitor, and it will use that as a display port, which is great. So you've only got one cable. Now, if you do not have a Type-C to Type-C connection, it does have a mini HDMI. They give you another cord. It's a mini HDMI to HDMI cord, and that will allow you to display your computer if you do not have the Type-C to Type-C connection. Now, if it's HDMI, that does not support any power. So on this side, they have another Type-C connection. And what they do is they give you another cord, a Type-C to Type-A connection cord that will power on the monitor. Again, this is only necessary if you are using the HDMI connection. They also give you a power brick. So you basically, to power if you're using an HDMI cable, you basically have two options to power the monitor. You could take that Type C to Type A connection and just basically plug it into your computer. It just fits into a regular USB. That's how I've been using it. Or they also give you a power brick. So you could just plug that Type A connection into the power brick that they supply to you, and you can just plug it into a normal outlet. It is an IPS type screen. And honestly, the quality of the screen, again, I'm not a professional, but to me, I was honestly blown away at the quality of the screen for the price, and basically that it is a portable monitor. I'm sure there are much better monitors out there, but my expectations being a portable monitor were incredibly low. I didn't think it would have that great viewing. So like I was really blown away, especially being a portable monitor, the quality that it is displaying for what this thing is. So that gives a plus in my book. And then it also comes with a carrying case. And so basically what you can do is the carrying case will turn it into a stand like this. Oh, it has little grooves. It's all magnetic. And so you would just put it up like that on your desk, and you've got a little stand, and they've got different modes for it. They've got different ways to configure and to adjust the monitor height how you see fit. Or the angle, I should say, the monitor angle. So yeah, that's it pretty much for the review portion. Last thing I will quickly mention is there were some complaints that people were saying that like, oh man, the color accuracy isn't that great. You know, you can't do professional video editing on this thing. Honestly, who would want to do professional video editing on a portable monitor, right? My guess is that if you're doing professional color accuracy things, you are going to have a super high-end monitor that's going to support that. A lot of those things run probably above $1,000. Just a quick guess. I don't know. I don't have one, but that's my guess. So anyway, for what it is, it seems to be so far a fantastic little device with a few cons. Okay, so what am I going to use this monitor for, and why did I purchase this thing? So, quick backstory here. Most of the time, I do not need two monitors, okay? However, for work, a lot of times I really do need two monitors just to compare two sets of information, and it's vitally important that I do this. So most of the time for work, I really need dual monitors. So when I would travel, I would have my laptop, and I actually purchased this thing here a few years ago. It's a 22-inch regular monitor. And the thing is bulky. It's huge. And basically I would throw this in my car and travel with it. So that way, if I needed to do work wherever I was traveling to, I would have access to dual screens. Okay? This big monstrosity here is going to be replaced with this little itty bitty portable guy here. Okay, so that was the main reason for this purchase. All right, so this is it in action. I basically have a little docking station down here. Actually, this is a new space. Sorry about the lighting. The lighting down here in the basement is just absolutely horrible. So it'll probably come out all grainy on the film, but whatever. That's all I got. Anyway, what's great about this is it's hooked up into my laptop, and you can see that we can quickly drag over Windows, and it works just like a dual monitor system. It's great. So this is primarily what I'm planning on doing for work, is having these two monitors like this. It's ultra portable. I can hook it up into my laptop, and as you can see, it works out really well. Yeah, and so this should be an ultra portable system. This should easily fit in my backpack, right? I've got my laptop here. I've got my dual screen here. Just put this right into my backpack, and away I go with having access to two monitors. Fantastic. Much better than that big bulky box, especially when I'm traveling. Now, as an added bonus, you can see here I have, this is an Intel NUC. About 2 years ago, I bought this to play around with Linux. I wanted a dedicated Linux machine. And I also had a server set up at the time. I used that server for about 1.5 years. And then it's a long story, but my buddy ended up taking over the server on his hardware. And so I no longer needed to run the server, but I still, want to play around with Linux. So now this was just kind of like, I never really had it hooked up, and for various reasons, I kind of, I don't use Linux nearly as much as I used to, basically because of time constraints. But here's the awesome thing, is now since I have this portable monitor, it is super, let me zoom out here. Back and focus here. It is super easy to kind of like hook up to this Linux machine and system. All I do is the NUC supports the Type-C to Type-C connection. So I just hook the Type-C up to this portable monitor. And away I go. I am immediately hooked up into this little NUC thing. I can run Linux, and it is just a great way for me to, when I want, under my own time, to play around with the Linux operating system and environment. Okay, and this probably ends up being the third advantage to this little portable guy here. For my desktop, so most of the time, I would say 85% of the time, with this really nice screen. This is the 1440p resolution. It is fantastic and has really allowed me to get away with dual monitors, at least for personal use. With 1080p monitors, I used to use dual screens all the time, but now with Windows 10 and virtual desktops, I can quickly switch between different virtual desktops. And with this monitor, where you can kind of easily fit two screens or two windows side by side very easily. I really don't need dual monitors that often. So 90% of the time with my workflow, don't need dual monitors at all, and I like having a single monitor. However, there are occasions when I do want a dual monitor. So instead of keeping one here permanently here, which would be annoying, it's bulky, I've already got enough stuff on this desk, I could just use this portable monitor. So what I've already done is I've got two wires. I've got an HDMI and I've got the Type-C for the power already hooked up into my computer. It's hidden in the back. And so especially in game night, like I love to run the game on the main monitor, and then I like to have a dual monitor if I can that shows my it's mumble. So basically, whenever I'm talking to my friends, I can make sure that my voice is actually being activated. So it's just nice to have. So what I can quickly do, it's game night, or I need to do some video editing, and I want the video editing software on this main screen, and I want my script on this. Basically, it takes me like less than a minute to hook up. Here, we'll do it live. Hopefully this proves to be less than about a minute. I just come in. I've already got it all set up and configured. We just plug this for the power. And we plug this HDMI in for the connection. Like so. And there you go. I have... There we go. I have two screens, so I can just, whoops. The only downside to this is my wires are a little bit short. So it's not, it's not ideal for like long-term use, but it gets the job done. I can quickly just, keep something here, and just kind of, reference it over on this screen like so. So for example, I bring up a window. I just go something like that, and then I can quickly reference between the two monitors. So in a pinch, I see lots of uses for it. I love that it's portable, and I've been looking for something like this for years now. So super excited about this product, and this is how I intend to use it. All right, so this video ended up being probably a little bit longer than I intended, but there was a lot I wanted to show off in this video, do the review, and go over my workflow and how I'm excited for this product. Anyway, hopefully, you found this video helpful. Yeah, if you have this monitor and you want to comment of if you like it or don't, or if you're thinking about getting something like this, let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.